Eye of newt, toe of frog, I summon a podcast apart from the slog. Scale of dragon, teeth covered in riches. My curiosity hungers. Discuss best witches. A dash of bat, medium rare, not flaky. Amass 3 men, and for good measure, a lady. Gather your senses from Glendale to Pasadena. My coven assembles Jack, Dan, and Christina. This is the best podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things that are the best. Welcome to This is the Best Podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things that are the best. My name is Nick. Joining me today, we've assembled quite a witches coven here. We have Jack O'Lantern, Broomstick Dan, and Crystal Ball Christina. Hi, guys.
Broomstick Dan.
Dan is known for his broomstick.
I can sweep it. I can sweep it.
I could sweep a mighty fine kitchen.
Who doesn't want to be able to fly?
Mm-hmm.
I did come with my crystal ball too, so.
Well,
That's
how is everybody
awesome.
doing? Christina, this is your triumphant return back to the podcast.
Oh, thank you guys for having me back. I see Hobbs in the background.
He's our fifth co-host here. I just couldn't
Huh.
come up with a clever name for him.
He's your familiar. Every witch or warlock, well, I don't like saying warlock, but every witch or wizard needs their familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
He's
so
my
that's funny. You said a lot of W words there. So I just I just want to say, you said wizard, warlock. What, are you throwing a bunch of W words, but not witch?
I was trying to find other. I did say witch.
Hmm.
I think I did say witch.
But what is the difference between all the W's?
A wizard or sorcerer is just like a male magical figure. Warlock, I believe, is an old Scottish term that goes back to using for like a warlord.
no.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
Well, I mean, since we're already deep in it, today we are discussing Best Witch as we continue our October month of spooky best ofs.
The weather has turned here. We're all LA based for anyone who is listening or actually watching, because this will be on YouTube. The weather's kind of turned in LA.
We're
Uh,
expecting rain.
it's like windy,
Stormy,
leaves are falling.
thunder and lightning.
Yeah, there's been some pretty, like October for the most part is usually pretty hot. And towards the very end of it, that's when it finally kind of starts getting a little bit crisper.
It
Right.
fucking changes for Halloween every single year.
Yes.
It can be unseasonably hot, but then all of a sudden, within a week of Halloween, it changes.
Yep.
I love it, and I think there are witches that do this for us, and I love them for it.
Well, I mean, we're discussing best witches. Did you guys? I mean, I don't know about you. I started doing my research for this thing, and man, it was like entering in the Matrix. It's just like it opened up so many doors. There were so many different directions to go with this thing. I'm really pumped. I'm pretty proud of my list. It took a lot of editing to kind of whittle it down, but man, yeah. Did you guys have trouble finding good picks?
No. I mean,
Oh no.
of course I brought the book out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my old.
For those not watching on YouTube, she just showed us basically a Bible of witches that she's been doing since she was probably in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
About 3 or 4 is actually when my love of witchery began,
Wow. That's a long time.
which was really fun for my Catholic parents.
Shall we begin?
Cast a spell on the audience.
All right, I'll tell you what, I'll go first. I'll set the tone here. You know, before we did the recording, I think it was Dan that mentioned, it's like, are there any male witches? Well, Dan, as a matter of fact, there is one. And I did find him. He's leading off my list. And I'm going with the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Let's see, the Witch King. He was also known as the King of Angamar, the leader of the Nazgul, and Sauron's chief captain. He was once a
Ooh.
human, but then he was corrupted by the ring, and he became all witchy and cloak-like. Unlike the other Nazgul, he retains his sorcery abilities from when he was a human. So I'm going with the Witch King. Don't all
Yeah,
start at once now.
yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at a couple dumbfounded faces, but I'm just gonna say that's a bunk one. I'm glad that you brought that as your first. There's no way you're bringing that to the Thunderdome.
100%.
Well, wait
Did
a
you
minute.
not see that
That's
movie?
a
He was
weak
very
ass.
spooky.
That's a weak ass. He is a spooky character
As a
for
literary
sure,
character,
but as a
he's
witch,
eviler
quote
than
unquote,
Sauron.
Yeah.
As a literary, he's eviler than Sauron. He's like the dude that, I'm your captain. He's like the first dude that wore the ring and turned evil and corrupted his soul.
we're not
Mm.
talking about
I
evil
think he's pretty
being
strong.
like
The
qualifier for being a witch. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking
so
about
the
witches,
Nazgul
man.
were
What do you
pretty
think about a
spooky.
witch? Not some demonic motherfucker.
The,
Okay, a
the
witch.
Nazgul were
Well,
pretty
that's a good
spooky.
I
point.
mean, I guess another question that we should have had is what are we defining as a witch here? Are we going historical? Are we going cinematic or written like Nick just?
All
Thank
all
you,
of
my
the
lady.
above.
But that's the thing. But I could still debate it. If you try to bring that into the Thunderdome, I'm gonna do it under protest.
He has the word witch in his name.
Yeah, is
That's pretty.
What?
It's kind of a big deal right there.
yeah,
It's not.
Yeah,
It is not a big deal.
it's
yeah.
in fact a very big deal.
I
And
agree
he
to
started off
disagree.
really spooky looking, and then they gave him that cool crown thing that went over his hood, which I don't know, somehow that he found a way to ride that and to do that comfortably. And it made him even spookier. I'm going with the Witch King. I think that guy's badass.
When you first brought up witches, the first thing that came to my mind was literally the witches and the Grand High Witch, Angelica Houston.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell us
I've never
more.
actually seen that movie, but I've seen that scene like
What?
100 times.
Okay, that's like one of my childhood favorite movies. It's actually based off of a Roald Dahl um book called The Witches. And they did come out with a remake in 2021, and Anne Hathaway played the Grand High Witch in that version. Angelica Houston is still my favorite. Just pure, I believe it's late 80s, pure classic devilish evil witchery. Like just when you think of like a stereotypical witch who's just like F these kids.
No, she's great.
If you're
I
effing
definitely
those
love it.
kids, you're definitely a witch.
Yeah.
Well, she turns them into mice.
No, she was great. I always loved her in the Addams Family. She was a great Morticia. And yeah, she has a supernatural air of her. She dated freaking Jack Nicholson, for God's sake. So you got to do something with that.
Yes. Jack don't play around.
No, he doesn't. He does not.
He was also in Witches of Eastwick as the devil.
The number one witch. There's another
That
guy
is
witch right there.
100% true.
Well, yeah, you got to go to the jury for that one.
All right, who's going next?
I'll go next. We'll save Jack for last, right? And I know our last episode was almost an hour. There's more of us now, so I'm gonna keep this really quick. My first offering, name alone, she deserves to be in there. Maleficent.
Oh yeah.
Maleficent.
Cool name too.
Oh my lord. Such a great name, such a great character design, and oh so just sultry. Love it. She's top
It's a
3
strong
best
one.
witches.
What movie was she in based off of that? Was it
Sleeping
Sleeping Beauty? Okay.
Come on, dude.
Okay. I don't know all
Sleeping Beauty and her own movie Maleficent.
right. Okay. I keep mixing up Sleeping Beauty and Snow White. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Again, both two movies I've not seen.
One of
Maybe
my
you should watch them and then you wouldn't get them confused.
I feel like my time to watch the like those movies is probably past. So
What are you talking about?
It's
They're
like a
timeless
old,
tales.
I guess it's like an old kids cartoon. I'm not really. It's just
Yeah, that's when they were making them good and they speak to everyone.
I guess
If
you're
you
you're
want a
probably right.
fun fact, the voice actor, I'm drawing a blank for her name from Sleeping Beauty, who does Maleficent, also does Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion when you go to the parks.
Oh wow, that's
So
cool.
it's the same woman who did the voice recording for each.
There you go.
Very cool.
Learning stuff.
I'm learning.
Facts.
Jack, what do you got?
All right.
Jack O'Lantern.
I gotta thank my wife because she helped me do some research on this because she's gonna for the last couple of years she's really got into this topic. So like she's all, oh yeah, you just gotta do this.
Are you saying
I
your
believe
wife
the
has
female
turned to a
witch.
witch?
What? Yeah, she no. How would you? That's
I
what
tease.
Dan said. That for the record.
I tease.
I believe that female witch is a profound, important anthropological archetype who fell victim to the male-dominated societies. So that's the whole thing. It's all about bad branding. There's mercenaries hired to hunt down witches, and the subsequent trials rob civilization of centuries of healing and wisdom. And I think the American professor and mythologist Joseph Campbell explained it best that there can be no doubt that in the very earliest ages of human magical forces, there is nothing more wonderful than the female. She's a marvel of the universe. And yeah, it's just the chief concerns on the masculine part of the population to break control and employ to its own ends. So that's the whole thing that I think this witches, it's all about branding. I mean, just imagine a library of witches' knowledge of untold possibilities in every sense of the word. And that being said, my first one is Morgan Le Fay, a literary figure possibly inspired by the Celtic goddess Modran. She appears in Sir Thomas Malory's La Morte de Arthur as a powerful enchantress and sorceress from Arthurian legend. She's the daughter of Arthur's mother, Igraine, and her husband, Gorluis, making her King Arthur of Camelot's half-sister. She's portrayed as an ambiguous figure embodying both benevolent and malevolent traits, basically wicked in one person, good witch and bad witch. And she's powerful sorceress, skilled in healing and shapeshifting. I mean, you can't go wrong with King Arthur's sister, who basically some say started the whole legend off, and her dealings with Merlin, who was a witch or a wizard. What's the difference? It's branding. He's doing the same spells that she's doing, but he's called a wizard and she's called a witch or an alchemist.
That's what I was talking about. The difference between the W words, wizard, witch, whatever, is all the same. It's manipulating magic.
One goes on trial and one has a beer with the Pope. That's what happens.
But I was doing all this rocking because that witch was on my list, and you did it better than I had prepared.
I figured
So
it would be.
I applaud you, man. Morgan Le Fay, Morgana.
Oh, so it's Morgana. I'm like, I know it's
If
like
you've ever
Morgan Le Fay. I'm
seen
like,
the
I thought it was
movie
Morgana.
I mean,
Morgana,
yeah.
if you've ever seen the movie Excalibur,
Oh yeah.
if you
Mr.
haven't,
Babylon.
watch it.
Was she like hoarding the sword in that movie?
No, that was the Lady of the Lake that
The
presented.
Lady in the Lake was different than Morgana.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
different
Lady of the Lake is the Lady of the Lake.
Okay.
I am surprised how uneducated you are about your witchery, Nick.
Even I have blind spots. Sorry.
Everyone's got their blind spots.
It's
Fine.
true.
He's like, I mean, Monty Python has the hilarious joke, oh, your government is based on some watery tart throwing a sword at you. It's amazing.
Good catch.
It's freaking hilarious. I probably misquoted that, but no, that is a great pick, Jack.
And I think they should make a sitcom where Morgana and the Lady of the Water are like roommates, like
The Lady of the Lake.
like a Laverne and Shirley thing. I'd watch
There
that.
you go. That'd be awesome.
That would be really kind of cool.
I'll write that.
And like Arthur's their boss or something.
Arthur is like Arthur's the bumbling uncle, like guy. Like
No, Merlin.
He's also
Merlin
her
would be the
half-brother?
uncle. Merlin would be like a Kramer.
Before,
And then
the
like
Kramer, Arthur's the Kramer.
Arthur would have to be like I didn't watch Laverne and Shirley. Did they have like a supervisor or something trying to get him off on the
And Squiggy and the other dude.
Oh, okay. What's you call it? Oh, we'll
Squiggy and
work
the
that.
other
We'll
dude.
test
What are
screen this.
you
We'll have to
guys
work
even
this out.
doing?
He's going down a rabbit hole, see?
See how it's.
You're boring our guests.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's lost in the midst of Avalon in the mystical isle. Come back, Nick.
I'm just saying
We
if
have
they
4
do,
witches listed.
yeah.
We
If
gotta
they
get
do,
to 12.
if they do a remake of Thelma and Louise, it should be with Morgana and the Lady of the Lake. Okay.
Doesn't leave a lake, dude.
It's all
They should center it around
The
the
whole
lake.
thing has to just be in that lake.
Yeah, they just drive around the lake. That's all it is. It writes itself. Okay. My second pick. This was actually the very first person that came to mind when we decided to do Best Witch. Andorra from Bewitched, Samantha's mom.
Okay.
Nice.
Her name
Okay.
she was played by Agnes Moorehead. And now that I really gave it some thought, it's a brilliant creation because she's a witch and she's your mother-in-law. So it just writes itself. No. She was a great character too. She dressed exactly what I would think a mystical mother-in-law would dress, like a lot of blue eyeshadow and all that stuff, very flowery robes and things like that. And yeah, she was cool.
I
That
feel
show,
like she's wearing a caftan. Is that how they're pronounced? A caftan?
what did she wear?
A caftan, like that weird long, like all one dress type item.
I was thinking it was like a more magical thing of whatever Mrs. Roper was wearing in Three's
It's not a
Company.
muumuu.
It was a muumuu-esque.
It's not.
But it was a great show. I was more of a I Dream of Jeannie guy than Bewitched, and I would watch it. And Bewitched never made it to me. Like Bewitched was like Samantha and her mom going, like looking at each other, like we literally are magic, and
But
like
you were
Darren
not,
doesn't
you
like
were
what he
not
wants to go to work or
picking-
something.
You're not picking the nose twitching witch from that show. Bewitched.
Samantha, no, her
Not his
mother.
mom.
Yeah,
You're
the mom was.
picking her mother
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
she was a more fun character.
as opposed to the
Star of the
main
show.
character of the show Bewitched.
Not everything needs to. The show was
No, I
about
just
her.
want for our
Not
audience
everything needs to be about her.
understand this, because you went through it so quickly that you didn't even allow the audience to understand that there is a show, a comedy called Bewitched.
There's
in
also a
what,
movie.
The 60s?
There's
Yeah,
a show and a movie.
yeah, that's true.
70s. It had 2 Darrens, right? 2 lead actors during its run.
Yep.
They actually replaced the lead actor because what is
Oh.
her name? Elizabeth Montgomery was the
She was
the
Samantha.
main
She's the head.
witch.
Yeah.
the title witch.
Mm-hmm.
Widely successful show. Amazing. And we need to give it the props. And you fucking flew right by all of that, Nick. Because you're like, no, the best witch in that show? Mother.
Well, she's got the
Just
age
side
on.
character.
She's got age on Samantha. She has
It
more.
really does. I can actually agree with Nick on this argument. Like,
But I
the
love
mom-
it. I just want the audience to understand what
Mm-hmm.
he just did.
I'm very unpredictable. What can I say?
He went with
Love
a witch who has more history and actual skill use. Because if you remember in the show, Samantha used to mess up a lot, and her mom would always kind of
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
Fix it.
would either correct it or overcorrect it in a way that made it very comical.
It's true, yeah. And for another guy witch, they would have Paul Lynn show up as like Uncle Witch or something like that. And he was a great character. That whole extended family, they should make another show apart from our Thelma and Louise Morgana thing. They should make Samantha's side of the family a whole other thing. I don't even need Samantha there. Just have the mom,
You
Paul
hear that,
Lynn.
Hollywood? That's an excellent pitch.
Yeah. Paul Lynn,
Make it.
throw some other witch people in there too. It's great.
Come on, Netflix.
Get
You got
on
money.
it. Get on it.
The Real Housewives of Bewitched.
Yeah.
Save
Yeah.
them
Actually,
money.
that's a cool idea. Yes.
That could have saved that whole. What was that series with all the housewives in the cul-de-sac?
Real
Terry Hatcher.
Housewives.
Yeah,
No, it
really.
wasn't Real
Desperate
Housewives.
Housewives?
Desperate
Oh,
Housewives.
Oh,
yeah.
If they would have pivoted that and jumped the shark and make them all become witches, that show would still be going on. Telling you.
Oh my gosh.
it is true. I think that show was around on the same time as like Grey's Anatomy, and somehow Grey's Anatomy is still on the air.
Yeah, people are always in the hospital.
It's true.
Who's got the next witch?
That would be me. I do want to say, Jack, I really appreciate your deep dive into this, and I was really worried I was going to be the Debbie Downer of this conversation.
No. That's
Oh, Jack's
Just
very good
because
at
if
bringing
you
the
really
conversation
think
down.
about the history of it from like 1560 to 1630, there was a massive witch hunt in Europe during that time, and over 40,000 women who were just either very in tune with nature or recognized like the different herbs, and were herbologists and just like your wise women that you would go to when something was wrong. And these women, for financial or patriarchal reasons, were Hobbs is going for your molding.
Hobbs, down.
Were sadly, accused, and the ways of forcing these women to confess, if even that, was
yeah.
just heartbreaking. And it is one of those ones where, we do love our witches today, like Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and making them into these old evil cronies. But a lot of times they were just really wise old women who outlived everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're
Um,
at all the potions.
exactly. So my next witch I will choose is Marie Laveau. And even though she's technically more in the voodoo realm, she is very much accredited in America's history as one of our witches, and she does deserve recognition. She was very involved in her community. She lived at least 81 years, which is impressive during that time. It was from 1801 to 1880, 81? Yes. And no, she was very involved in her community. She was very known for, again, helping people, but also kind of what we would call fortune telling nowadays, even though a lot of that has to do with the fact that because she used to work with hair, and people would always tell their hairstylist what is happening. And so she'd be like, oh, what if I just sprinkle it along here and there? And she still has a museum in New Orleans, and her shop is still open, and people still make pilgrims to her graveyard or her grave, which is really cool.
That's
She's
really
awesome.
cool.
I
Yeah.
believe this is our first real life. Like we've all done fictional witches at this point. Yeah.
Well,
this is the
Agnes
first
Moorehead was a
real-
real person.
What's that?
Agnes Moorehead was a real person.
So,
Not the first, but I think this is the most like
tangible,
on my
I guess.
list.
Yeah.
She was on my list, and I was like, nah.
There's so many. I had
know,
Morgan
I
Le
knew
Fay
you
also
would
on my
bring her
list.
to it. I knew you would
I
bring
know.
her to it, and I was like, I gotta, because I don't want to get any witch stolen. You know what I mean?
Ah,
That's a great pick.
Jack, what do you got?
Oh, me. Number 2, I guess I'm keeping it classics. I'm going with Circe, the Greek goddess of magic, known for enchantments, potions, and the ability to transform people into animals. She's the daughter of Titan sun god Helios and the ocean nymph Perse. She lives on an island, Aia, in the farthest seas near the river Okeanos. She lived in a forest with tame lions and wolves, and that were once men. So she turned all these men into wolves and lions because they're more controllable that way, I guess. Skilled in
Rude.
concocting potions, and she could change people's forms, obviously. She also had the knowledge of other magical arts. She played roles in Jason and the Argonauts. Probably one of her most famous encounters is with Ulysses, the legendary hero of Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey. When he and his crew landed on her island, she transformed them into pigs with a potion. If it wasn't for the nice help of Hermes, Ulysses wouldn't have outwitted her, and they would have been stuck to escape. So I think even though technically she's like a lesser god, she's still like a goddess. I mean, that could be somebody that lived longer and just was branded as a god or a goddess at that time because she had all this knowledge put down her by the gods. So that's my number two.
Demigod status for sure.
Right? I mean, Hercules, he's just, son of Zeus, I guess. But yeah,
Also,
he's just a
Circe
dude.
spelled with all C's, by the way.
It is.
Very cool looking name.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of one of the coolest looking names, Circe with just C's. Nice. I like it.
I'm picturing her
I
going
could-
up to Starbucks and being like, name Cersei with a C.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
I
you
was-
have to say
Let's do
all
it.
C's.
I
'Cause
was-
they might throw an S in there.
I was picturing like all the guys got transformed into wolves because they kept asking like walking up and asking like, so Cersei's, is that with like all C's or is there like
There's
an
a
S in
V.
there? Is it
You're
silent?
fucking yeah, and she's just that's why she
Well,
got really good at that spell, dude.
she probably liked those guys because the guys that she liked, she turned into wolves and lions, but she turned Ulysses men into pigs. So it's like, yeah, these guys aren't even worth my time.
Rude.
Rude. Exactly.
All right, Dan, what do you got?
Okay. I don't know how anyone's gonna feel about that, my panelists or the audience. The Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
The Marvel character, the Scarlet Witch.
Mm.
She's gotta be
Nerd.
on there because I believe, for one, making a witch mainstream, rootable. This is a hero, not a villain. She is a goddamn hero. But then have her fall in love with an android? Vision? What a weird turn. This is like the 70s, just story writing, just going like, hey, let's just branch out. Let's just do it. Who cares? We're smoking dope and kids are reading this stuff, and hey, we ain't doing any damage to anybody, which they weren't.
Spot on Stan Lee, by the way.
It's just very interesting stuff. It's just very interesting stuff. To throw magic into a world that was created of like superheroes that were, maybe it was a radioactive spider, or maybe it was like, oh, I get my power from the sun.
Yeah.
That was all very acceptable. But then
Not to me.
magic into it became like the outlier. Like, I don't know about those heroes. They're magical? I don't know. This mother trucker has adamantium bones and he's a mutant. Whatever. I can buy that. So I think it was a tough sell early on, but just a lovely character design and the fact that you just bring magic. I love it. I just
Well, that's actually a good point. I mean, yeah, and the Marvel kind of made magic cool. I mean, all those characters have magical
Made it
powers.
very welcoming.
Yeah.
I always had a problem with this character, to be honest with you.
okay, let's hear it.
Because yeah, it's magic. Like, okay, we're in a world where the guy built a suit and he could like, it was like a mechanical suit. And I understand Thor was somewhat magical, but he was, I don't know, it felt more somehow
a god.
grounded.
He was a
He was
god.
he was a god. But then now when you just bring in basically here's the thing, if they just made her like a one-off character, I'm like, okay, fine. But they kept so much, she was so integral with it. And then when she came in with like, she came up against Thanos, and yeah, when she started dating the Jarvis dude, I'm like, what are we do? Why is she still here? Like, this is a magic creature thing. Give it to Black Widow. Let her do this or something. She feels human. So I always had a problem with the Scarlet. I don't know how, I didn't read comics. I don't know how big she was in the comics. But the fact that she was so involved in the story just really started to like, this doesn't fit with the rest of all of this. This just shouldn't be.
But you're okay with Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, maybe because
Yeah,
The
see,
thing
this
was
is what
Doctor
I'm talking
Strange, it
about.
was different because it was more of like this order of like it was like a wizards, and you got to study this. You have to study this to get the magic to
Well,
get
You
the
don't think
knowledge.
Scarlet Witch had to study?
the
She was
Scarlet
a
Witch,
mutant.
she was created, wasn't
She
she
was a
created by
mutant.
the Soviets? She was a telepath with
Was
magical powers
she? It
created by
was
the
her. I just
Soviets,
remember
and
her
then
and her
she got a
brother.
magical book.
Yeah, they have different paths for sure, and they have different abilities for
Yeah,
sure. But what they bring to the table is magic.
yeah.
I'm fine with a little bit of magic, but don't let the magic really mess with Thanos. That's what annoyed me. Should not get that involved in
Are
this
you a
story.
Thanos guy?
No, no, I'm
He's
not.
Team Thanos.
Are you peak
We
Thanos over
we
here?
get we have hold on. We have less
Christina,
than a minute left,
you
so
want to
we're
chime
gonna
in, Christina? You've been
pause. We're gonna
listening to a
pause
bunch of
here.
doofuses talk.
Here, but I have a question.
We're gonna pause here, and we're gonna regroup in 10 minutes. Anywho, moving on to round 3. All right, guys. My third pick. This character's actually stuck with me since the 90s, and I thought she was very, very good. I'm talking about Fairuza Balk in The Craft. She played Nancy
Ooh.
Downs. I don't know if you guys are too familiar with the movie The Craft. Apparently, when they were
Yep.
filming it, they had a real life Wiccan consultant named Pat Devon. She consulted her coven, her real life coven, to make sure things in the movie were on the up and up, if spells were looking correct, if witch protocols were performed correctly.
Not like which this or the other,
Mm-hmm.
but which
Not that kind of witch, but like,
spelling wise you're talking
spell
about
witch.
this episode.
But Fairuza Balk, I always had a I always really, really liked her as an actress. She's got like a good manic look to her, and she was such a great villain in The Craft.
Well,
I thought,
there's 4 witches in that movie, right?
yeah, from what I remember, it was her. Nev Campbell was in it, some girl, and Robin Tinney, Robin something. She was like the good witch or something.
Christina, do you you made a face there? Do you know who all is in that movie?
What
Take
I
a
do
beat.
know is that Nick's pick is, I believe, actually a Wiccan. She was one of the consultants behind it. It's one of those ones where it's one of those movies that growing up with, I really appreciated it showing the light and dark side of it. A little bit of it is dramatized, but it's nice. It's a good movie. I
There
approve
were
of your pick.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. There's a lot of clips from that movie that have been burned in my brain. I remember, oh, what's her face? The girl, she was on Friends, she dated Raw. Oh, wait, that's weird. Somebody cast a spell on her where her hair kept falling out. So I just remember her in the shower just going like, it's falling out. And then she appeared in an episode of Friends where she was just had the shaved head. So she's been bald multiple times
Wow.
in things. And I remember light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Lord.
That's a big one. And and when she was messing with Feruza, and her fingers were turning into snakes and stuff, and she fell. I remember the making of that. I used to watch the making of a lot of movies, and that part always stood out. They had some mannequin on the floor that was supposed to be Feruza. They threw a bunch of like snakes and roaches on there. That was my pick, Feruza Balk.
Yep,
Who's next?
good pick.
That would be me. I was really torn between two iconic witches in the 90s for my youth. And I'm gonna give it up to Sabrina Spellman with Melissa Joan Hart. That
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
the friendly witch that what I really liked about her is it really showed that witches are just everyday people. They have mundane problems, but with a dash of magic. And who doesn't want a talking cat?
I love that damn cat. Obs, why can't you talk like a game show host?
So funny.
Um, yeah. I don't know if you guys want to know who my backup was, but I also don't want to
I
steal
do
anybody.
absolutely have to know what
You
your
want to say it
backup
now? You want to
is.
save it for
It
your honorable
was
mention?
The audience is just dying to know.
very much in a Nick fashion. It was
That's me.
it was more of Chalkard Stalker Channing
Stalker Channing, yeah.
Roger Channing.
from Practical Magic. She plays one of the aunts in
Oh.
Sally Owen.
I do remember that movie, actually. Yeah. I
She was
remember.
just I just always loved her character. But I always, I naturally gravitated towards Sabrina.
Mm. Well, Sabrina was cool, and her aunts were they were lookers. I like those aunts of hers.
I like the ants in both versions of the new age, the what is it? The spooky stories of Sabrina Spellman. I like the ants in that new version. They're definitely a little bit more on the darker side, but they do still have that kind of bubbly, lovable, like still ants who want to nurture you and help you grow.
Okay, you guys got it on the serious side a little bit earlier. Christina did, but yeah, my final pick is some historic, real life humans. I just want to give a shout out. My third, she's not coming into the Thunderdome, Nick, but Bridget Bishop, the absolute first person murdered by other humans because they're like, "Oh, you're a witch."
Like in recorded history, she was the first.
On U.S. soil.
No.
She was the first US.
Yes.
If you wanted older, I mean, there's
They were doing
Isabel
it in
Goody.
England. They were doing it in England. I don't.
It was all
It's,
over Europe.
Yeah.
it's interesting because you see a lot of. You talk about it in like the Salem witch trials and some stuff in England, but you don't see it talked about in other places.
But it
That
was
much.
all over. It was, I mean, Germany, Austria, that whole France. If you really think about it, Anne Boleyn was tried as a witch. She was accused of witchery on top of treason. Um,
Wow.
Not a lot of male witches.
I'm drawing a blank on his name in Salem. But
As
he
you
was
say,
punished. He was
his
literally crushed to death by stones.
Wow.
his name. That's the key there. It's kind of like,
So wait, Dan, your pick is Bridget.
Yes, Bridget Bishop.
Bridget Bishop. Okay.
All right.
That's my third and final.
Very good. Very good.
Hecate, the Greek goddess of magic and witchcraft, crossroads, the night, and the underworld, often depicted with two torches, revered as the guardian of boundaries and liminal spaces, a guide for spirits and a companion to Persephone. So her parents were the Titans Perse and Asteria. She became Persephone's companion and attendant in the underworld. She is often depicted as a three-headed goddess, representing the past, the present, and the future, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. She uses torches to guide the souls through the night. When you hear a dog howl, that's usually the signal of her arrival. So I just thought, yeah, I mean, that the goddess of witchcraft. And that's right there. Are these Greek gods witches? It's that magic, and they kind of say it right there.
Okay, I think somebody padded her resume quite a bit because
Well,
how can you be the
she's
goddess
the
of
goddess of
witchcraft and magic and also what is it, boundaries?
the liminal
Why'd they throw
boundary.
that one in there?
You know, it's like that Twilight Zone when the kid gets stuck in the wall. There's like boundaries of time and space where
Okay, but you got to
physical
pick a
realms
lane.
and mysterial realms.
Wait. You said she was boundaries, and what was the other one?
The underworld
And the under
and night.
and night.
Yeah,
And vegetation.
She's the Tom Cruise of witches.
Okay, did
And
she also add
vegetation.
wood, like the goddess of wood whittling on that one? That's
You
a
know?
hell of a what? That's a hell of a resume
Vegetation
right
and
there.
It's a hell of necromancy. Don't forget that.
You
Ghosts
can't
in the
do
moon.
the goddess of witchcraft and magic. It's a little bit redundant at that point. Pick one.
Oh, you gotta. It's like her. That's her majors.
It's
Gotta
like
give it
when
to her.
saints have multiple like
Yeah,
things under their division.
yeah. Back
I
up.
don't see you judging Saint Nicholas over
What
gifts and
is
prostitutes here.
he did prostitutes too?
Yeah.
Is gifts and prostitutes?
Wait,
And
what?
she's this is a it's a very powerful goddess.
Yeah.
Greek
Well,
mythology,
she's the big one.
Yes.
right? I mean, she's not the big one.
Yeah, that's just a Thunderdome.
She's also the goddess of
She's a
LinkedIn.
day-to-day girl, dude, as a goddess. She's a day-to-day goddess.
Day goddess. That's the great cosmetic.
Very important.
Well, it's a great pick, but I do feel she padded her resume quite a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's people that write about her, right? So she's obviously one of the bigger figures
By the
in
way,
Greek
a
literature.
lovely name, Persephone.
Yeah.
I love saying it. It's a lovely name, Persephone.
It's a good name. All right. Well, everybody had their three, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So does anybody have any worst?
I got two.
Let's hear them.
Do you have
The
outside
Wicked
looking
Witch
in?
of the West from
Let's do the worst and then we'll do outside looking in.
Okay.
All right.
So the worst, I got the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz, and for some reason it's the worst witches. It's a TV show about the worst witches, but it's like a poor man's version of Harry Potter.
Is it with Morgana
It's a whole
and like
series
the
called
lake
The
lady?
Worst Witches. So you got to be the worst witches. It's got to be on the list.
So
I
my
have-
worst witches is any show that starts with the title "The Real Housewives of."
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
My worst witch, I picked this actually specifically for Dan, the Blair Witch.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of is the worst.
Christina, you got one?
You are correct.
Oh, the worst witch.
Really
I
take
don't
it down.
know.
Fellas, she's
I
Well, you
taking
can
don't
say you don't have
know.
one.
audience.
Yeah,
she's
I don't think
looking at a
I have
list.
one.
We can go honorable mentions.
Can we say least best for you then instead of worst?
I'm not a
Start
huge
out there.
fan of the movie Teen Witch.
Do you guys have any honorable mentions?
I got a outside looking in honorable mention.
Let's
You
hear it.
guys already hit it. It's the TV witches that normalize for the masses and pop culture. Tabitha, I got to give her props. I know you like her mom, but
Tabitha,
Nick, I am
100%.
ashamed that you didn't bring this up. And I'm talking about the charmed ones, the Halliwell sisters, Prue, Piper, and Phoebe.
They're all my honorable mentions.
Well, I was gonna say
Wait,
Sandy
hold
Bullock.
on. I want to touch in on something. Nick, I am surprised you did not choose the Charm Sisters because I
Yeah,
have
right?
heard about how much they have influenced your dating life in
But
high
what?
school.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, Buffy influenced my
Oh,
dating
sorry.
life, not Charmed. It was Buffy.
Oh my God. The same
Get it
thing.
right. But the Charmed sisters are on my own. Well, I'll tell you my honorable mentions. I have the cast of Charmed, the Wicked Witch of the West, Ursula, the Sea Witch, Hermione from the Harry Potter, and Willow
Nice.
from Buffy.
Nice.
I just had Sandra Bullock from Practical Magic.
I need to watch
Andy
this
Bullock.
Practical Magic.
You haven't
It's like
seen that?
magic, but practical.
I have it on DVD if you want to borrow.
Please, please.
I guess my honorable mentions will be the Sanders sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about them.
Just
Witches of Eastwick. We briefly touched note on them. The Witch with Anna Taylor Joy.
Oh wow.
Keep trying.
I,
You'll get there.
American Horror
Anya-
Story
Anya
season
Taylor-Joy.
3 for Coven, The Love Witch, and you already got Charm, so I'm also gonna throw in Agatha all along.
Very good, very good. All right, what are you guys bringing to the Thunderdome? I'll start. I'm going with Andorra from Bewitched. I love
Does
that lady.
everyone have a D20 in hand?
What are you guys going with? Jack, what are you
She
bringing
needs
for
a
Thunderdome?
dice.
I am gonna bring in Morgana, aka Morgan.
AKA Thelma or Louise.
Yeah, exactly. AKA the other witch that's not the Lady of the Water, as you call it.
It's Lady of the Lake.
Lady
I
of the
know,
Lake.
but it's
No,
Lady of the
he
Water.
really
She wants
messed
to
that one
be.
up.
Dan, what are you bringing?
Scarlet Witch.
Christina?
I'm bringing Marie Laveau.
Marie Laveau. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready?
Are we rolling? Are we rolling in sets or how?
No, we'll roll one at a time because I want to do the graphic with the numbers.
Oh, what's our max?
What do you mean, Marmat? 20 is the highest.
Wait, what?
20-sided dice.
She's got 100-sided dice on her, man.
I do got a 20-sided die.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
good.
All right, I'll roll first. I'm rolling for Andorra.
Okay.
4. Sorry, Andorra.
Ooh, 4. That's
Jack?
All right. Come on, Morgana. Ooh, 17.
Dan?
16. Damn it.
Christina,
So
we
close,
saved the best for
Scarlet.
last.
I got 9.
Jack,
Ooh.
that makes you the winner. Morgana is officially the best witch.
She's
Take that,
awesome.
Arthur.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. If I had to lose, that's a good one to lose to.
Yeah, I love it. I love how you presented her as well. You did a fine job in her. What's next? Best.
What's coming up next? That's right. Are we doing best beast, right?
Best beast.
Best beast. I can't
We're gonna
wait for
try
that
to
one.
knock out a couple more of these before Halloween.
Well, with that being said, looking forward to next week. That's going to be a fun episode. Christina, I'd like to thank you for returning yet again as one of our favorite guests. For Jack-O-Lantern, Crystal Ball Christina, and Broomstick Dan, I'm Spooky Nick, wishing all of you the best. This is the best podcast. This is the best podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things that are the best.